Master, isn't it? You should have just said Sam's arts, because that's the one you're trying to kick. Anyway, how do you know it's not fair? You've never seen it. You want to? Have a good look. The real Basuto arts, which is about as nigger as you can come. Satisfied? Now you can make your dad even happier when you go home tonight. Tell him I showed you my arts. And he's quite right. It's not fair. And if it will give him a better laugh next time, I'd also let him look. Come, Willie. Let's finish up and go home.
Sam?
Well, you've done it, Pastor Harold. Yes. I'll start calling you that from now on. It won't be difficult anymore. You have heard yourself, Master Harold. I saw it coming. I warned you, but you wouldn't listen. You've just hurt yourself bad. And you're a coward, Master Harold, because the face you should be spitting in is your father's, but you used mine. Because you think you're safe inside your fair skin. And this time, I don't mean just or decent. Should I hit him, Willie?
No, but Sam.
Why not?
It won't help.
I don't want to help him. I want to hurt him.
You'll also hurt yourself.
If he did it to you, Willie.
Me? Spit at me like I was a dog. Yeah. Then I want to hit him. I want to hit him hard. But maybe all I do is go cry at the back. He's a little boy, put Sam. A little white boy. Long trousers now. But he's still a little boy.
You're right. Willie? Go on then. Grown again, Willie. You do it better than me. You don't know what you've just done, Master Harold. It's not just that you've made me feel dirtier than I've ever felt in all my life. I mean, how do I wash off yours and your father's filth? I've also failed. A long time ago, I promised myself I was going to try and do something. But you have just shown me, Master Harold, that I failed. I also have a memory of a little white boy still wearing short trousers and a black man. But they're not flying a kite. Back in the old Jubilee days after dinner one night, you came into my room, stood against the wall and just looked down on the ground. It was only after I'd asked you, I don't know how many times, what you wanted, what was wrong, did you speak, and even then so softly, I almost didn't hear you. Sam, please help me to go fetch my dad. Remember? He was dead drunk on the floor of the Central Hotel bar. They had phoned for your mother, but you was the only one home. Do you remember how we did it? You went in first by yourself to ask for permission for me to go into the bar. Then I loaded him onto my back like a baby and carried him back to the old boarding house with you following behind carrying his crutches. A crowded main street with all the people looking at a little white boy following his drunk father on a nigger's back. I felt for that little boy, Master Harold. I felt for him. We still had to clean him up, remember? He had messed in his trousers, so we had to clean him up and get him to bed.
I love him, Sam.
I know you do. That's why I was trying to stop you from saying all these things about him. It would have been so simple if only you despised him for being a weak man, but he's your father. You love him and you're ashamed of him. You're ashamed of so much. And now it's going to include yourself. That's the promise I'd made to myself, to try and stop that from happening. After we got him to bed, you came back with me to my room and just sat on the corner and carried on looking down on the ground. For days after that, you had done nothing wrong, but you went around like you owed the whole world an apology for being alive. I didn't like seeing that. That's no way a boy grows up to be a man. But the one person who should have been teaching you what that means was also the cause of your shame. If you really want to know, that's why I made you that kite. I wanted you to look up, to be proud of something yourself. And you certainly were that when I left you up there on the hill with it. Oh, yeah. Something else. If ever you do write it as a short story, there was a twist in our ending. I couldn't sit there and stay with you. It was a whites-only bench. You were too young, too excited to notice then, but not anymore. And if you're not careful, Master Harold, you'll be sitting out there by yourself for a long time to come, and there won't be a kite in the sky.
It's bad. It's all bad in here now.
Willie, would you please lock up for me and look after the keys?
Okay.
Don't forget the comic books. Stop. Ellie? I have no right in telling you what being a man means if I don't behave like one myself. I'm not doing too well this afternoon. Shall we try again?
Try what?
Fly another kite, I suppose. It worked once. This time I need it as much as you do.
Still raining, Sam. Can't fly kites on rainy days. Remember?
So what do we do? Hope for better weather tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
You sure about that, Hallie? Because it would be pretty hopeless if that was true. It would mean nothing has been learned in here this afternoon, and there was a hell of a lot of teaching going on here, one way or the other. Anyway, I don't believe you. I reckon there's one thing you know. You don't have to stay out there by yourself anymore. You know what that bench means now. You can leave it anytime you choose. All what you have to do is to stand up and walk away from it.
Sam, you see, it's going to okay tomorrow. Hey, but Sam, you're right. Think about it, and you are right. Tonight, I find Hilda. Say sorry, and make promise I won't beat her no more. You hear me, Sam?
I hear you, Willie.
And when we practice, I relax and romance with her from beginning to end, non-stop. You watch. 2 weeks' time, first prize for most promising newcomers. Mr. Willie Mulapo and Miss Hilda Samuels. To hell with it. I'll walk home. How did you say it, Sam? Let's dream.